Speak like the Canadian. Speak like the Canadian. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to the Can.Info channel. My name is Wolo. I am an RCIC based in New Brunswick, Canada. I talk about immigrating to Canada, life in Canada, and everything that you need to know about Canada. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. To my loyal subscribers, I want to say very big thank you. I'm going up towards talking about immigrating to other countries. I've been saying this since last year, and I have not done any video concerning that. Please pray for me. I need your prayers. Okay, so I won't waste too much of your time today. I want to talk about New Brunswick, and this is because of the changes that are taking place. In one of my videos, I did mention that the IRCC has been slashing provincial nomination slots for all provinces, and of course, New Brunswick was also affected. The only province that was able to negotiate the slash was Newfoundland and Labrador, and they gave them additional 1,000 slots. And in exchange for that, they said they're going to take about 290 asylum seekers. Yeah, but New Brunswick, I don't know whether they are still negotiating with the government, whether they will negotiate with the government in the future. We don't know. But for now, they have 50% less provincial nomination slots and Atlantic Immigration Program slots compared to last year. And because of that, they had to reorganize the immigration programs that they have in their province to accommodate the people that they will take. And in that process, they actually did remove some occupations that would not get provincial nomination. And this is affecting a lot of people, especially those who are working in the hospitality industries, those who are administrative officers. A lot of occupations were removed, and I feel so sad for this group of people because, I mean, they've invested money to come to Canada, and now it's looking like their Canadian dream has been dashed. And some years ago, I think I'll try to put up that video. I was saying that the best province to actually get a provincial nomination from was New Brunswick. I said it because at the time, New Brunswick was looking for a lot of people. They are still looking for people. I mean, the population is not much. They are still looking for people because they have lots of needs in this province. Since I came to this province, I know that they really need people. And at the time, 3 months to the end of your program, if you're studying in New Brunswick school, you could be eligible to apply for provincial nomination at the time when I did that video. I think I'll put the link of the video so I can see what I'm talking about. So you can imagine some years ago when I talked about choosing New Brunswick as the best province to immigrate to, and they were going for recruitment events all over the world, asking people to come to their province. And now they have these people, and the federal government is trying to mess up their plans of growing the population of the province. It's not their fault, but the federal government. But they too should be able to negotiate with the federal government and absorb some of these asylum seekers, and at the same time get more slots to accommodate these occupations, especially those who have invested. I mean, nobody will come to study in Canada and then say they want to go back without achieving the purpose for which they came. Yes, you came for education, but I mean, if you stayed in a place for 1 year, 2 years, and you like the place, you should be able to find a way to get your PR status. And it was on that premise that these people came and studied these programs that they studied. Now, these programs are no longer eligible, or their occupations are no longer eligible for PR in New Brunswick. Okay, so that being said, I'll give a summary of all the immigration programs that are available right now. And then if you plan to come to New Brunswick, so that you can be aware and you can be strategic, and you need to know how you can position yourself to get your PR as fast as possible. So you have the express entry pathways and you have the non-express entry pathways. Now, the express entry pathways are just two pathways, and one of them is the employment in New Brunswick, and the second one is the New Brunswick interest. Now, the employment in New Brunswick pathway requires that you must at least worked for 12 months in New Brunswick. You know, at least you must have worked for 12 months in New Brunswick before you are eligible for that pathway. This is only favorable to those who are doing a 2 years program. Now, the New Brunswick interest pathway is actually for those who attended recruitment events outside Canada and have an express entry profile so that they can be granted provincial nomination. So those are the two options that are available under the express entry pathway. Before, they had the student connection route, but the student connection route has been removed. So another immigration option that they've scrapped, apart from the student connection route, is the strategic initiative route for French speakers. I think I've done a video where I said if you're a French speaker, all you needed to do was to visit New Brunswick and then explore the place, talk with the New Brunswick Immigration Programs Office, and then you get a provincial nomination. But they have scrapped that route. So the student connection route is out. The strategic initiative route for French speakers is also out. The remaining immigration programs are under the non-express entry stream. So number 3 immigration program is the New Brunswick skilled worker stream. And this stream is for people who did not school in New Brunswick. Maybe you got a job offer, maybe you schooled in another province and you got a job offer in New Brunswick. You must have lived in New Brunswick for 6 months before you're eligible to apply. And like I said earlier, some occupations are no longer eligible. They are focusing on healthcare, construction, trades, and education. And then any other tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 occupations that are not part of the occupations that were removed. So yeah, you could school in any other province, but if you get a job offer in New Brunswick and you have lived in New Brunswick for 6 months, then you become eligible to apply for provincial nomination under the skilled worker stream. Then you also have the graduate pathway. That's, I mentioned earlier that the student connection stream used to be under the express entry stream, which is no longer obtainable. Now, we now have the graduate pathway stream under the non-express entry pathway, and which is good because, there is no work experience requirement in terms of how many months you must have worked in New Brunswick. Then we have the New Brunswick priority occupation stream. So this particular stream, again, is for people who attended any of the recruitment events that took place outside Canada and got a job offer and are working in New Brunswick. These are the people that are eligible to apply under the priority occupation stream. So I would encourage you, especially those of you who are outside Canada looking for ways to come into Canada. The priority occupation stream is an opportunity you can use to come into Canada. All you need to do is be working in any of the priority occupations, try to attend a New Brunswick recruitment event, or try to get a job offer, and then you can apply under this pathway. The next pathway is the private career college pathway. And I typically do not encourage this pathway. Anybody who has gotten admission into any of the private career colleges in New Brunswick, I would say this is a very risky pathway. It's very, very risky in the sense that you have limited time to be able to get a job offer and then convert from your job offer to getting a provincial nomination that will allow you to apply for work permits for you to continue to stay in New Brunswick. It is not eligible for postgraduate work permit. So if you study in any of the private career colleges, you are on a tight spot. You're putting yourself in a tight situation to be able to secure a job offer within 90 days. And I have seen a case where the lady, although she did secure a job offer within 90 days, New Brunswick did not even attend to her application, and then they rejected her application and she had to secure admission again into another private career college again just to remain in Canada. So it's just like pouring money into the system and not having a way to get PRO status. It's a gamble. So if you are planning to attend a private career college, just note that I am warning you with this video not to attempt that option, because it's more like pumping money into a pathway that will just leave you hanging, So don't. I'm not discouraging anybody, but I'm just warning you so that you can be warned ahead of time and know that you don't just take a decision because one particular program or one particular school has cheap tuition. It's a 3 years pilot that will end by autumn this year. So by September, October, program will be over. So the next program I'll talk about is the New Brunswick Critical Worker Pilot. And this pathway, I feel that a lot of people are not really exploiting this pathway. I don't know whether it's difficult. Will I say it's difficult? I can't really say, because it's a straightforward pathway. All that you need is getting a job offer with 6 eligible employers. They listed the employers on the website. 6 eligible employers. If you're able to get a full-time permanent job offer from them, then you can apply for provincial nomination. So I don't know why people are not exploring this, what do you call it now, these employers The employers are there. If you check their website and you see a job offer that aligns with your work experience, apply. And if you get a job offer, you're applying for provincial nomination directly. Like the stress of, oh, you must live in my community or you must live in my province for 6 months is not there. It's not there. The requirement is not there. You can even be working as an administrative officer. I'm thinking that you can be working as an administrative officer and get a job offer from any of these 6 employers, and then you can still be eligible to apply for provincial nomination. So if you are in New Brunswick, your focus should be how to get a job offer from these 6 employers. I'll put their names on the screen so that you can target these employers. And typically, I encourage people to call employers. I've always been saying this thing all the time. I was having a conversation with one person some days ago, and she said they were very fast. When other people are complaining that, oh, we came to Canada, we were not able to get jobs as fast as possible, she said they were very fast in getting jobs. I said, okay, so what strategy do you use in getting a job offer? She said she called the employers. And I said, that's fine, because she called and it was the chief executive officer that picked, and she pitched her work experiences, she pitched her value to the employer, and the employer asked her, when are you ready to start work? And she told the person when she was ready to start work, and that was how she started working. You can imagine. So a lot of people just shy away from calling employers, and I'm asking myself, at the end of the day, you will still meet these people and talk to them. So why don't you just call them and see whether they will hire you? And as you're calling them, just pitch your value to them. Pitch to them how I've seen your website, I've seen what you do, and I have so and so skills and competencies, and I feel that I'll be an added value to your company. Is there any opportunity? Is there any availability that suits my skills, that I can come in for an interview if you want? If you say those things, they know that you're making an effort and attempt than just writing resumes. The era of doing resumes is still there, but there's still the added requirement of calling. And one issue that I know that is affecting most immigrants is our communication skills. I won't lie to you, our communication skills. And I did some videos some years back where I was saying that some of these employers have unconscious bias. They talk to you and they notice that your accent is, a Nigerian accent or an Indian accent. It automatically turns them off. Sometimes, not all, because some of the employers are open, some are biased. They have this unconscious bias. So if you fall into this category of persons that have issues with your accent, please try as much as possible to speak like them. Try as much as possible to learn the accent and call the employers and talk to them and pitch your value. Don't just send resumes alone. Sending resumes alone is not cutting it. That era of, oh, I've applied to company A, company B, company C, I'm waiting for them to call me, has passed. This time around, it is you calling and taking active steps. I'm deviating from from what I'm supposed to talk about, which is New Brunswick immigration pathway. But I just decided to, say this, especially for those of you in New Brunswick that are finding it difficult to land jobs. Please call the employers. Call the employers and talk to them. Put your best accents, like speak like the Canadian. Speak like the Canadian, maybe. Okay. So the number 7 pathway is the critical worker pilot pathway. Please secure job offers from these employers and then you apply for provincial nomination. The next pathway is the Atlantic Immigration Program. And the Atlantic Immigration Program, they also removed some occupations that are not eligible for this program as well. So if you are targeting the Atlantic Immigration Program and trying to secure a job offer, you have to reposition yourself to the occupations that they need under the AIP. So that's another option. And then we have the business immigration, which, I mean, if you have the money, you can buy a business with your entrepreneurial skills, buy a business, and then you use it to apply for PR. So in summary, there are 9 immigration pathways in New Brunswick that you can explore. Some of these pathways are for people who are already in New Brunswick, while some people who are outside can take advantage of them. And the only way you can take advantage of them is to actually secure a job offer for you to be eligible to apply for a provincial nomination. So this is a summary of all the pathways. And if you're still confused and you feel that you need to have a one-on-one session with me, please, you can book a consultation on my website so that we can have a conversation and strategize on how you can position yourself to get your PR in Canada. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye-bye.